Ethereum has had some crazy price appreciation in the past couple of weeks, going from $2,000 to $3,500. This was off the back of some huge news for Ethereum, and in today's video we're going to look at what this news was, and we're going to discuss to see if Ethereum can actually go any further and see where it's headed this market cycle. If you enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe. We are going up on 200 subscribers, so it would be very appreciated if you could subscribe to the channel. Also, remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. So basically, the first bit of big news is that the European Investment Bank is launching 100 million euros in digital bonds on the Ethereum blockchain. This is the lending arm of the European Union, and bonds are basically debt instruments and IOUs, which is why they are doing this. 100 million isn't that much money, however they are currently testing it out, and if this works really well for them, which I do believe it will because Ethereum's great, I think we're going to see a lot more securities go on the Ethereum blockchain. This is also being done in collaboration with Goldman Sachs, which is one of the biggest banks in the entire world and is a big American bank. So to see a huge American bank actually doing this gives me a lot of faith and confidence that America are soon going to follow Europe's lead. Basically, the European Investment Bank will issue a series of bond tokens on the blockchain, and investors will pay for these tokens using fiat, which is just your normal everyday US dollars, European dollars, Australian dollars, and this is being done because the traditional capital raising methods tend to be quite inefficient and ineffective with intermediaries and slow transaction speeds. There are heaps of possible benefits to launching bonds off the Ethereum blockchain. The European Bank has said that the digitalization of capital markets will reduce the need for intermediaries, so they're not going to need a third party in this process to help with the bonds. They can just use the code and Ethereum's blockchain to do this. So this is going to also reduce heaps of fixed costs that are associated with paying for intermediaries and associated with all of the paperwork that is going to be needed, and it should improve market transparency. So Ethereum's a fully public ledger, everyone's going to be able to see the bonds very easily, and it should drastically improve settlement speed. Instead of going through the traditional banks, which are only open at certain times of day and take tons of time to do it, it'll just be done off the Ethereum blockchain, which will do the transactions almost instantly. So these are some huge benefits that the European Bank sees to issuing bonds off the Ethereum blockchain. They have also said it's going to be significantly more secure than traditional methods. So they basically believe that the blockchain is going to be very secure because everything is in the code. The code is king. The code is 100% right and 100% accurate. Ethereum and Bitcoin have never had any faults or any failures in it, and these are very safe places to store wealth and issue debt instruments or run decentralized applications off. Raoul Pal, who is a huge bull on Ethereum, has also said that he believes this is only the beginning, and eventually all securities will migrate to blockchain. So once we see these bonds doing really well off Ethereum and we see no faults and failures, I do believe, and so does Raoul Pal, a huge name, that we are eventually going to see heaps more securities being issued off Ethereum, giving the blockchain more and more value, as Ether tokens will need to be used in the process of this. So this is one huge thing that happened with bonds being issued off the Ethereum blockchain. And another big thing that's recently been happening is the Canadian government have offered free ETFs that provide direct exposure to Ethereum. ETFs are just exchange-traded funds whereby they basically have someone else manage it for you, and that person buys generally a whole range of stocks. In this case, this person is just buying Ethereum or buying other stuff and then Ethereum, so there's exposure for Ethereum, and we've seen free ETFs in Canada do this. So Purpose Investments, Purpose Ether, ETF, ETHH, another ETF called ETHX, and another ETF called ETHR. So all of these ETFs will provide direct exposure to Ethereum, and it basically needs the governments to allow this to happen. This is why it's only happened in Canada so far, and I do believe heaps of other countries will start allowing this soon. We've already seen one start, which is a great start. The ETFs will charge a low management fee of around 1%. This is generally a lot higher than your simple market tracking ETFs, but that makes sense with crypto, and 1% really isn't too bad. As such, users who don't want to buy cryptocurrency the traditional way through decentralized exchanges or wallets will just simply be able to buy cryptocurrency off their normal brokers, which will mean a lot of people will come into cryptocurrency that otherwise weren't. And already in Canada's Bitcoin ETF, which has already been launched, over $1 billion was poured into it. So these ETFs have a ton of popularity, and I believe because of Ethereum's price appreciation, it is likely to be very well received. So these two huge bits of news have resulted in Ethereum being $2,000 at the 20th of April, and then by current prices they are $3,500, which is some huge price appreciation for Ethereum off the back of this news. So, as we can see, Ethereum has came up on a $410 billion market cap. This is huge, and we're getting close to the halfway point for Bitcoin, where Ethereum will be valued half as much for Bitcoin, which would be amazing, and we have not seen that for a very long period of time. So, $410 billion market cap means Ethereum has roughly 17-18% market dominance, given the total market cap for cryptocurrency is $2.4 trillion, so it's got some pretty big dominance right now. And in my Ethereum price prediction video, I said I believe it'll have around 15-16% market dominance. However, I'm sort of thinking Ethereum can actually get higher, and this is really showing Ethereum's strength in the current markets, and I do think something around 20% or possibly higher is achievable for this market cycle. So if we take a look at the charts, we can see Ethereum has had a pretty big rise recently. Ever since all of this bullish news all the way back at April the 20th, Ethereum has just been on a huge run, just going straight up. If we take a look at the 1 month chart, I've drawn up a few lines, and I do believe Ethereum's sort of in an ascending triangle. However, these patterns are a bit hard to pick, and it may be nothing, but this is what I'm reading right now, and it looks like there's a potential for a break up or a breakdown in the near future. There could be a slight breakdown right now for Ethereum after such a huge price appreciation and the likelihood for profit takers to come in. However, there also could be a break up. I believe that Ethereum can get to $10,389 this market cycle, and I've laid out more specifically why in this video, but right now we're seeing Ethereum have some huge appreciation, and I do believe it'll probably take a bit longer to get there. I don't think we're immediately going to get there. I think it could take until the end of this year or the beginning of next year. So in the short term, it's really a guessing game where Ethereum is going to go. I'm personally probably going to wait to see where it lands before I get it. I'd like to see it hang around 3,500 for at least a few more days before adding to my Ethereum position, because if we do look at this chart, it's gone up very steeply in the past couple of weeks, and generally what goes up has to come down. However, the huge fundamentals on Ethereum make me think that it really could be continuing to go up and up. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe, and remember, nothing said in the video is financial advice, these are all just predictions. Thanks for watching.